Why are you not building? What? I don't get this game, man. Let me show you that. This was the moment when Riot was losing it. What did they call those series? Patch. Just type patch 5 point something. DFG. Wait, did they remove those videos? Oh, they did call it patch rundown. 5.3.
Hey everyone, welcome back for another episode of the Patch Rundown. If you haven't already, go check out the patch notes, which you can do by clicking the button somewhere on the screen. Today, we're talking about Deathfire Grass removal and finding out whether or not we really hate assassins. Joining me now is the Nerf Master Sucktown himself,
I
Ryan,
already did
whether or not
this.
we really hate assassins. Joining me now is, we're talking about Deathfire Grass removal and finding out whether or not we really hate assassins.
The way it's already starting, right?
Is the
like,
Nerf Master
what?
Sucktown himself, Ryan Morello Scott.
Hello.
And the boy,
Hey.
boy. So guys, thank you for coming out to talk with me. We're talking
like
big
when
picture.
you hate assassins, when you hate damage and mobility in a video game, then you basically hate fun, isn't it? I don't get it.
Your stuff here, 5.2. It's good to see you.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I was really happy to be here, and then I read the patch notes, and I went through it, and I was like, yeah, I don't know if I want to do this anymore, but I'll tell
like,
through it.
You're already on the plane. You're just
Yeah.
like, can we turn this thing around? I don't even want
When's
to
the next return flight?
Just fly Voyboy out and say, here's how we've kicked you specifically in the gym.
Yeah. So you know, we just touched on it. Let's get right into it. Deathfire Grasp is gone, right?
Yep.
It's out of the game. People even thought it was a bug. It came out of nowhere. People who were
I thought it was a
messaging,
bug.
yeah, people were messaging me. It's like, DFG doesn't seem to be in the store. Can you fix this? I was like, oh, we did fix it. So tell me, why are we getting rid of DFG?
So Deathfire Grasp it's a popular item because it's a lot of fun to push a button and melt a face.
Yeah, dude.
But we thought we had to remove it because the kinds of things that items can do is give you different kinds of power, let you diversify your build, all sorts of stuff. But in this case, it's giving you burst, right?
My power is killing you.
Yeah, but your power's killing
Harder.
you. Tends to be that power is pretty specific on champions, right? Like champions can or can't burst you. Some champions are squishy. Some champions are tanky. Things like that. And this is creating a lot of negative effects on character diversity, right? Like champions can or can't burst you. Some champions are squishy. Some champions are tanky. Things like that. And this is creating a lot of negative effects on character diversity. And we really want to focus on that right now.
Boy, you've been playing mid lane for quite a while now. How are you feeling about this, the removal of DFG?
Personally, I'm not that salty over it because most of the champions I played, they'll do fine without DFG. DFG got really strong because Athene's got nerfed. So Athene's was like the best mid lane item for a long time. Mm-hmm. And it was so cost efficient. It was just too good. Yeah, it was just too good. It gave you defensive stats against your matchup. Like, why would you not buy an Athene's ever? Yeah, so that got nerfed. Morello was god tier. DFG was really good too because suddenly people didn't have. Actually, you guys nerfed Athene's once and then you made it like even worse. When you guys lowered the MR of it, DFG was better. All these like assassin like burst mages got better because they're doing the magic damage and it's suddenly easier for like a Fizz or an Akali or a Caston or Syndra, Vi or whatever to kill the other guy.
Ryan, you mentioned a little bit about how being able to buy into bursts and opt in isn't really healthy with certain character sets. There are a lot of players out there that are like, what about my AP Tristana? What about my AP Malphite, right? Like, how do we feel about these characters, these kinds of off builds in a world where DFG doesn't exist? You were talking earlier like, oh, we want like diversity in champion choices, right? How does that play into this here?
Off builds have been a big topic for a long time because like it's hard. Like, what's your stance on off builds? Do you like them or do you hate them? Is commonly the conversation. Is like, the honest answer is way more nuanced than that,
Yeah,
right?
the answer is both.
Yeah, exactly.
And neither of them.
Right. And it's a lot of it's because right now we're valuing, and you'll get tired of hearing this.
I'm already tired.
I haven't even heard it
Absolutely.
yet. I'm already tired.
I'm going to sleep.
We really think that character variety is one of the most important things to both preserve and make better in League of
What
Legends.
a bullshit is always like I don't even know what I'm doing over here talking about the video from fucking more than 2 years ago, fucking January 27, 2015. But you can tell this is where Riot just this is the moment where Riot just lost it, dude. It's been getting worse. I mean now it's like, you know, with the new assassin items coming in and stuff, it seems to be getting promising, you know. The season changes are promising. So maybe they're getting back to their roots or whatever. But this is really where Riot lost it. So it was way before 2016, that's for sure. Like character diversity. Dude, you had people playing fucking AD carries like Tristana full AP because DFG. And you see like people like Ocelot one-shotting people, jumping with a rocket jump, ultimate boom combo. And then the E-burn, boom, like that's what it was, but she was squishy as fuck, right? And it's like if she got caught, she was dead, and you had to be like so sneaky, getting into bushes, making sure they're not warded, and wait for somebody, and then boom, one-shot them. It was all so much more gameplay-wise and character diversity-wise. Like, how much more character diversity can you have? Like, first of all, what are we even talking about character diversity? Is it about champion pick pool? Like, you know, different champion pick diversity? Or a character itself being diverse, having diverse different playstyles, different builds, like Ezreal. You have the blue build, you have Jungle Ezreal even, blue build AD carry, AP Ezreal. Oh my god, Ezreal is the perfect example. Even Shaco used to be like that, you know? He used to be full AP, full AD, crit Shaker, even tank Shaker. I mean, tank Shaker is still a thing because it's just the items generally being strong and stuff. But Shaker was also just like Ezreal. He was able to be played in any way, especially back then when DFG was Shaker. How much more diversity than that can they have? And it's like they're talking. This was Riot for the past 2 years since then. They would always do the opposite of what they said. They would talk about character diversity, but then they would make a champion even more. I mean, look at the assassin updates. Look at Shaker. Full AP Shaker is dead. Full AD Shaker is dead too, basically. It's all about certain disgusting items like, hey, do you want damage on Shaker? Get Duskblade or go fuck yourself. Like, it is the thing. You have more damage with Duskblade probably than you would have when you went for a 280 item build. Fucking Dap Dance, Bloodthirster. You would have more damage if you went just Duskblade. You couldn't say the same about DFG back then, you know. A lot of champions had decent AP scalings. You could go tons of AP and deal decent damage. But then DFG was like that extra twist to it, you know, that extra spice to it. And it didn't give you any defensive stats, it didn't give you CC or some shit. If you talk about that, DFG was actually a balanced item. It did what it was meant to do. And it worked pretty fucking good. And you knew the weakness of it, basically being you were gonna be squishy. You could rush a DFG early game and have that extra damage. But hey, you're gonna be squishy. I don't get it. Like back then Riot was weird as fuck, man. All their announcement videos, all their changes, patches to the game, from Cinderhulk to tank updates, to assassin updates, to all the reworks, to a lot of other items being removed. Isn't actually season 5 also where they removed green wars as well? Oh boy, why?
The way you kind of express yourself as your character, the variety.
And now it's like, oh, they're adding assassin items, but we also still have shit like... We also have shit like this. I get this, man. Get this. Spear of Shojin, or whatever you call it. This item is gonna give you 60, 80, 208 HP, CDR, and it's gonna have a passive that is gonna reduce damage by 15 plus 10% of bonus attack. And another passive, if you have 3 enemies around you, you're gonna block 200 more damage for 6 seconds, refreshing on takedown. So, if I'm getting it right, it's 15 flat damage being reduced on everything, I guess, on every damage that you take. Does it also account true damage, red buff dot damage? Like a red buff doesn't do that much damage. Is it really every tick gonna reduce 15 whatever damage? I just don't get how it works. First of all, how does it block damage? Is it a one-time thing? It doesn't have a cooldown, so it can't be that, right? But then it's like, okay, 15 plus 10% of bonus attack damage. If I have 100 bonus attack damage, that's 10 plus 15. And I block 200% more damage, so 25 multiplied by 3 because it's 200 more, so it's like 100% plus 200%, so it's like 25 multiplied by 3, right? That would be 300% in total. So it would block 75 damage. For what? For one ability? For one auto attack? But that's not even the issue. The bigger issue is this. So it's giving a lot of 80, right? You at first sight you would say good assassin item, you know, 80 assassins with decent 80 scalings, like maybe Rengar, maybe Sin, maybe any fucking 80 character, I don't fucking know. Right? And it's like, it also gives you HP. But wait, that's not enough. It also reduces damage. But you already have the HP that is technically giving you tankiness, right? Like, we have all these forms of tankiness. We have HP, we have MR, we have armor, and we have sustain, life reg, and you know, active sustain like lifesteal, spell vamp, or you know, ability healings. Like that's the things that almost every champion has, especially the first 3, 1 HP, MR, armor. Everyone has those, right? And you have tons of items that gives you these stats. And it's like, why? Why are you trying to add another form of tankiness into the game? Making shit more complicated. And just downright broken. Because, like, what is this item now? Is it made for assassins? It's probably the best for bruisers, obviously. Is it made for tanks? Tanks are meant to soak up damage, and it's like damage reduction, HP. Is it for tanks? Another thing is he's talking about champion diversity, character diversity. It's like, dude, back then you could play so many champions in so many ways. And now you have certain champions being able to play it only that way. Tanks like Ornn, Maokai, maybe Maokai AP. But like a lot of the champions can be only played that one way. I think they even killed AP Tristana, didn't they? They killed AP Master Yi. They killed AP Shaker. With the bullshit E change. All the scaling up fucks, ultimate damage reduce. Can't even stack boxes. But hey, you have AP scalings on your passive and on your Q now. fucking stupid. It's so fucking stupid. Like, you see the 60-80, you already think, what a strong item. And it's like, yeah, I get HP and damage reduction. Are you stupid? Like I talked about this, right? I talk about, hey, if you're gonna give an item overly offensive stats, like a Bloodthirster, the last thing it needs is defensive stats or passives. Old Bloodthirster, I mean, Bloodthirster was always strong for that synergy, heavy AD and heavy lifesteal. Also, old Bloodthirster has the staking system. You got, you know, for CS count, you got more AD and more lifesteal, you know, capped obviously. And that was it. And then what do they do? Yeah, now you also get a shield. Oh, stupid. If this item is gonna give all the shit, not only also CDR, HP, CDR, damage reduction, the least it should have is that amount of AD. Like, why can't you just make it be 60-80, 10% cooldown reduction, maybe some HP, okay? But why does damage reduction, first of all? Not only is it overloaded, but damage reduction, fuck your damage reduction. We already have tons of different ways of damage reduction. We don't need that shit. We have shielding, a lot of shielding, a lot of invulnerable abilities in the game by now. Taric, Kindred, we've had Kyle for the longest time. Like, all this is adding up to the waiting game. Fuck your waiting game. They're trying to, again, this is right, man. They're trying to reinvent the tire, okay? Why can't you let a tire be a tire? Why are they trying to be so overly smart about everything? Yeah, we're gonna add new stuff and we're gonna like, whew, epic, dude. We're gonna just keep it simple, dude. Let's play with what you have. Like, don't you understand the rules of League or what? Like, when you came to this game and you got the duty of designing, balancing the game and whatnot. Hey, this is armor, this is HP, this is basically tankiness, and then we have the offensive stats, AP and AD. And what? Next thing is they're gonna be like, yeah, AD and AP is too generic. Now you're gonna deal damage with. Now we're gonna have, like, you know, AD attack damage, ability, AP ability power. Next thing they're gonna say is too generic, so they're gonna add a whole different damage number to the game. Not even true damage or whatever, they're gonna add a whole different new way of damage to the game. What is it gonna be? I mean, they've already done all of this shit, didn't they? Damage based off of your HP, Cho'Gath Ultimate. Damage based off of enemy's HP, Ornn and Maokai, Shan. A lot of the fucking tanks have that shit now. A lot of more true damage. Especially with Conqueror. They're just trying to be so smart, you know, they're just trying to, I don't know, dude. Like, next thing you have is lifesteal is now gonna give you damage or whatever. Oh god. For the amount of lifesteal you have, you're gonna be dealing true damage. That is, and the true damage is gonna be translated into mana or whatever. Like, oh god, just keep it simple, dude. It's not that hard. It's really not that hard. Like, the build path, everything understandable. A ruby crystal into whatever you call that thing that gives CDR. A BF sword, boom, finish the item. Get AD, get HP, get CDR, all from these pre-items. And a damage reduction. Like, sure, you want to have a passive that is unique, but not shit like that. If it already gives HP, why would it give another tankiness? It's already giving tankiness. Why? And it shouldn't give that much AD too. If it's gonna give that much HP. I mean, they even reduced that. It was actually 65. They reduced that to 60. Damage reduction increased. Like, this is what's killing the game, dude. They're trying to be so overly smart that they're completely missing the point in a way, if that makes sense. Like, sometimes it's not about how funny the joke is, okay? Sometimes it's about how that's being brought over to the audience, you know? You could take a bad joke, but if somebody that is funny enough tells the joke in a funny way, people are gonna laugh about it. Same goes, you could take a good joke and you could let somebody tell the joke that is really awful at telling jokes and nobody would find it funny. Is that a good metaphor or analogy or whatever you call it? It's like that's their priority of mindset. What? It's like, how can we make something completely new? Well, they're missing the point of, is it even fun? Again, it's the video game that we're talking about. Is this item fun? It's giving it HP, damage reduction. Is that fun? Like, be a bit more like Fortnite in that case, okay? Fucking these guys are... I can't wait to see what next they're gonna come up with. I mean, they just did sticky grenades, jetpacks. I can't wait to see what's gonna be next. Like, these guys go into it and say, hey, what can we make really fun that people are gonna love? Jetpacks, sticky grenades. They understand it, dude. They get it. They keep it simple. I mean, jetpacks. What are you gonna say? A jetpack is fucking generic? Yeah, I saw jetpacks in GTA. It's not really special. You just fly in the air. It's so boring. Let's make something completely crazy, dude. Something completely new. Like, they missed the point at that point. They must have just keep it simple and fun for the people. It's not that hard. It really isn't. But again, this is the flaw with Riot. Their whole philosophy, their whole mindset when it comes to it, they just lack the right proper vision about League, dude. That's the issue. That's why I'm saying, even if the latest changes and announcements that they've been having are promising, it's just not gonna last long. As long as the community doesn't keep pushing hardcore at them, dude, they just won't get it because they lack the proper vision. Yes. What the fuck are you doing? What is this guy doing? Give me that, bitch. Oh shit. Oh shit. Yeah, what's going on? Housekeeping.